And another team taking the court this evening is your ACC champs, NC State. Chris Peterson joins us from Pittsburgh, my hometown. Chris, the Wolfpack are hot at the perfect time in the season there. This weekend, leaders with the Alamance Burlington school system announced the new school year will be pushed back again. Breaking overnight, Greensboro police are investigating a shooting that left one person injured. And speaking of sports, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers playing today. I have to mention it whenever I'm with Jacqueline.
I know. We are two Pittsburgh girls doing your news here down in North Carolina.
Yes. So sorry, Panthers fans, but we're true to our home team.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift fans, are you ready for it? It's one of the biggest tours of the year, and if you missed out, don't worry. You may still get the chance to see Taylor Swift perform live. Well, a total solar eclipse will put on a dramatic show tomorrow, and millions across America are getting ready for the event. Big, weekend. We got Halloween festivities. What can we expect weather-wise for it? The victim was rear-ended on Unity Street by this vehicle last Friday. You can see it right here. And a little cool fact, I was actually at the Rose Bowl parade performing in it when I was in high school. It was my senior year. There is me along with my marching band, which was huge at the time. We were selected out of, just hundreds across the country, and it was so cool to experience that along with all my friends in band. I remember it was a very, very long parade, but they did feed us In-N-Out burgers afterwards, which made it all the better.
Yeah, that is memorable.
A deadly crash involving a box truck on a Triad Street, and new details from police on the victim in that crash. Plus, an unusual crime out of Randolph County, an ambulance stolen from a hospital, what we're learning about the person charged in the case. And more problems involving Boeing tonight. What happened when a Southwest Airlines flight took off that caused it to make an emergency landing? First, we start off with new information tonight on a deadly crash in Winston-Salem. Police identified the person killed in a crash involving a box truck. Police say it happened just after 2 this afternoon on South Main Street near Jones Road. 62-year-old Herman Disher of Lexington was driving south on Main Street when he crossed over the double yellow line in a curve and hit the box truck. Disher was pronounced dead at the scene. The driver of the truck was not injured. And a father is in custody after shooting and killing his son in Greensboro. 78-year-old Larry Wendell Hillard is in the Guilford County Jail tonight without bond, charged with first-degree murder. Greensboro police say they were called to a home on Bellhaven Drive just before 11:30 last night after reports of an assault. Officers found 56-year-old Larry Todd Hillard dead. Police say they used a canine and a drone to find the father. A man is in jail tonight after he crashed into an officer's vehicle and led police on a chase. That's according to Winston-Salem police. 22-year-old Courtney Pfeiffer is being held without bond. Police say this all started around 4 yesterday when officers tried to stop a car in the parking lot at Village Tavern on Griffith Road. Officers said Pfeiffer crashed into a police car, then drove away. Police say they chased him to Country Club Road, where he drove onto the golf course at Forsyth Country Club. Officers arrested Pfeiffer after he hit another police car. We're told nobody was hurt, and Pfeiffer is set to appear in court tomorrow. And new tonight, a woman faces multiple charges after an ambulance was stolen out of Randolph County and crashed in Guilford County. Deputies arrested 34-year-old Gretchen Patterson. Guilford County EMS says the crash happened around 11 last night. The ambulance belonged to Piedmont Triad Ambulance and Rescue. EMS says the ambulance was stolen while at a hospital in Randolph County. Patterson is scheduled to appear in court on Wednesday. Well, a total solar eclipse will put on a dramatic show tomorrow, and millions across America are getting ready for the event. The eclipse will be visible to 32 million people in the U.S. who live along the path of totality, where the moon will appear to entirely block the sun. And 99% of people in the U.S. will be able to get a glimpse of at least a partial solar eclipse when the moon covers part of the sun. Rob Kirkpatrick has more. And something they just mentioned was the
weather,
weather and how
right.
it's going to impact that.
We're going to have some clouds, it looks
Yeah.
like, in our forecast. Now, of course, we are not in the path of totality as that is out to our west, but
All right, thanks, Lainey. Well, some schools in the Triad are making changes for tomorrow's eclipse. Thomasville City Schools will operate on an early dismissal schedule. Thomasville Primary and Liberty Drive will dismiss at noon, and Thomas Middle and High Schools will dismiss at 12:45 p.m. Students will receive special solar eclipse glasses, maps, and activities so that families can participate safely at home. And meanwhile, Wilkes County Schools says teachers and staff will incorporate the eclipse into student lessons on Monday and talk about safety related to viewing the eclipse. District officials says schools will operate on a normal schedule and outdoor activities will be monitored during the hours of 2 and 4 p.m.